Formula League. And this is what tier 1 at Monza.
First time looking at the screens.
Right there, Brandon. I am joined by my co-commentator, Jake. You might remember us in tier 2. So,
yeah.
I think we got some good action like within tier 2.
Yeah, there was a really good rest there, and there isn't quicker drivers here. We're only 5 minutes left of the session so far. I must say a really big apology for any. I don't think there are families watching this, but I may have sworn a little bit again about that stream. So sorry about that. But one person who is probably not swearing is the man who's currently on provisional pole position. It's a Haas 1-2 at the moment. VRT George or George Murder ahead of Cometa Lucas and a 17.8 so far this time.
Yeah, 11 times that so far, but as I say, some of them are unrepresentative.
Yeah. In theory, it was an 18.0 this morning, I think, wasn't it, in tier 2, and similar time in tier 3, so we'd expect them to be a little bit ahead here. These times are still not as low as I was expecting, to be honest, so maybe we've got some weather in the refs. It's nice to be here. If Alex does join, then we've got 3 commentators. He's in this party now. I don't think he will, but and yeah, I guess. Do you want to take us through a lap? Maybe Isu's about to start one.
Where is he?
Isu's just gone through the Retifilio chicane. Then one on the medium.
Gone. I'm blind. Isu is from Grande, and bad lap so far it seems. He is up in his time. Oh, I'm up in fans. Yeah. We'll wait until later.
Yeah, there's another McLaren about to start the lap actually, with Harry B said he's going back to the pits there. Yeah, I guess we're just waiting now for the final runs. Only 14 here, but they're 14 very quick drivers who are not being separated oil too much. And they are seemingly all waiting for a slipstream. I saw this morning. But yeah, we can do that. So hello to everyone. I apologise for the mess of my internet trying to stream things. As Cool Hans Carter joins, which means we will have some definite action in this race, and the stewards will be made a lot harder. Yes. He's a quick driver nonetheless. I don't think he's going to get a qualifying offer. Just to make sure he gets set up on. How about Jackson is? He was in a race earlier with me, but I guess he's going to Kai or something. If you're watching Jackson, hi.
Let's see, who is on the
That's quite a name to join. VRT Ballin of the
Scott Bogdan's starting the lap.
So, yeah, he is. Got through this one.
Bumping of JS, let's be new, but yeah. I'm seeing Grande, not too bad, and not breaking for a second chicane here. It is indeed trying to glide over and curbs and into Lesmo 1. Well, not the worst lap in the world. And Lesmo 2. Oh, a bit of a wobbly exit.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough Ishmael there as he heads down the second straight towards the Scari.
And now we're slowing down this time. But yeah.
Ooh, right on the edge of the track limits.
You have to be on this for a Scari. And now we're down towards Parabolica. Where if you get it wrong, it can cost you. You get it right, and probably find more lap time. And now it is P7.
Yeah.
It's improvement. Right as this man going to start his lap.
Indeed, I think a lot of people are going to be running lots of fun out laps there. Interestingly, big gap between Dessa and Scott, so top 6 looking pretty clear. 3 people now in the 1 minute 17, so I expect we'll see more than that. Collins Carter might. No, he's not going to get a lap in. He's not at the pit yet. We did see VRT Balliner. If he is going to make it for the race, that's definitely a name you have to look out for because he is one of the quickest guys on this game. Collins Carter is going out for an outlap, so we'll see what he can do. Blair starts his lap then. I'm not too sure what the times look like, but there's no Midnight and no Duncan here today, and I do think they're the 2 protagonists. Cole Bugner has had a bit of a moment there. on the run down to the last point. It wasn't a great lap from him. You could see just how much of a loose rear end these cars have to run to go quickly, as you saw in the exit. A lot of oversteer through a lot of things, but there's on the lap, as is
The car result now, but I believe that point just to get the setup in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Unless Grozamivic into the wall, that is, was that Ishmael? It was. He's lost it out of his car. He's done well to keep his wheel there, but that his qualifying as good as over. P8 at best for him, although we'll expect some improvements.
Carter's done.
Isn't going to get a lap.
Well, I play 62.5. Doesn't look too bad.
Definitely not. We've seen people closer to the 51s though earlier in TRT, so...
Seems stable. Oh Jake, can you advise VRT Lewis?
I can. Winner, of course, earlier, so he'll definitely be in TRT. I do hope I have him as a friend. I'm not 100% sure I do, so I'm gonna... Unless he changed his name of his PSN.
VRT Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, and does Luke just round?
I do have him, there we go. That
Oh, well,
is that it?
his lap is invalid. Empty smash now is not improving by near now.
You know what, KJ Elton on a really good lap as well, purple through the middle sector. He's going to get the distance out here from one of the Hasses as well. Both of which on that Santeri goes pole with a 17.5 out of nowhere.
And what a
Luke
lap.
and George aren't improving, so all eyes now on KJ Elton because he rounds the final corner. Improving by a lot as you would expect, but he pits. He wants to start the mediums.
Okay, just waiting for one last person. That's Harry. He's done.
Yeah, so we have Lewis and Ballin, two VRT people joining. But it's a VRT 1-2 then.
I think I'll be in for the race though.
Yeah, that 17.5 rather tells me they're not running wet setups, so that makes sense everything, because that's a very good time. 3:10 to clear in Formula Euro League Tier 1 is a mighty achievement. There's a reason he's not really turning up to Tier 2 races anymore. And to see it there, excellent job there from the Finn. And George, who's been the star of the recent races, another solid qualifying in P2, and he'll have a good chance in the race. But as we just wait for a few people to finish, then a hectic qualifying on our end. We'll see how controlled the driver will be, but this should be an exciting race.
Now.
It definitely is, and check that in from you really quickly. He hasn't?
Santeri lines up on pole position. George is P2, Luke is P3, Smash P4, that's P5, Harry P6, Scalpon P7 is my P8, TL4 44S, P9, Fox 10, Attempt, P11 for Isu, P12 for Kai Alting, 13 for Carter, P14 for Blaze, and P15 is Joey.
5 different continents on the grid, which is just something my sad brain has picked up, and 4 of them in the top 10, so that should be interesting. But yeah, it's a race, as we saw earlier. The slipstream is impossible to break basically, so that's going to be a big thing, and it doesn't really matter if you're starting 1st or 15th, you're going to be in that train. So that's the thing. Strategy is a big part of it. There are going to be safety cars, I think. There definitely was earlier. I'm not sure about Tier 3. But you would expect it, because this track is so high speed in the corners. A lot of them are just so on edge, and as we saw, they're running such loose setups here in order to go quickly that mistakes and spins are going to be inevitable. It's plain bone dry for the start of this race, which is nice to see if you don't like wet. But we should get some good racing here in this one. Santeri will want to get the win. George will want to carry on his momentum, and then there's plenty down the rest of the field who believe they're capable of doing so. Balliner and Lewis on the back row, that's going to be two to definitely look at. A lot of VRT people in this lobby, and we can wait for lights out. And technically, can I do the lights out today?
Yeah, no problem.
You, I don't get it because you're obviously doing Tier 2, which is very good. But yeah, well, let's see what they're running on the formation lap. I can see a couple of medium sets further back. Exactly, so we've got top 10 all on softs as you would expect, then KJ on the mediums, and Carter somehow starting from 12 on the softs, and then the rest of the cars down to P17 on the mediums. That's interesting. What do you think is going to happen in this race, Bruno?
Well, probably more DRS trains. We might see a safety car, we mightn't. And well, in terms of tyres actually, I see a strategy. Medium soft didn't really work, or well, it kind of did for Lewis and Aaron. But I haven't seen work in the normal race. The tyres are, well, medium for penalty when everyone else is at the top 10, except for Carter, who's going to try and get positions off the start then. Oh, Lewis got default setup.
Ah, that's unfortunate for Lewis. Maybe he can just use this race to get a bit of experience, or even, I mean, he's not in a championship fight because he's only a reserve. Probably, I don't know, do something with this race, get some experience, and I think there will be retirements here. I mean, there's a 17 car grid, as I said, there was only 13 when I first joined, it is a very good result. Means we're going to have an exciting race, but with some of the drivers in this field and how fast it is, there's going to be crashes, and there's going to be incidents, so hopefully Lewis doesn't retire in the pit lane. However, it's going to be a boat of a car to drive the entire race. As I get ready around the final corner, a very slow formation laps kept from Santeri, who been really impressive in the last few races.
Oh, well, two people in disqualified out. Won't help, but it's close enough that actually won't be that much of a problem.
Yeah, start is very crucial here. It's a very tight turn one, cars are not meant to go too wide through there, and quite often see them going 3 or 4. So that could be interesting, although they've kept it reasonably clean, or at least in tier 2 they did over the start. We saw a few crashes later on, but not particularly dirty driving. Cool Hans Carter is in the field, but I'll save that for later. As we get ready then for the start, as two Mercedes form up at the back. And we can get ready then, so it's can't see the lights, I can hear them though, and we'll get ready for the start. Lights out, and away we go. Good reaction time from both the front runners. It's a pretty equal start. McLaren making up places for the back car off the grass. That's McLaren who made that good start, got fun up. It is Santeri leading. George, will he try around the outside into turn 1? Can't. The Haas down the inside, battling Cometa Lucas, that is. Meanwhile, further back, all battling, squeezed off. Both Hasses are off, and that's George into the wall. Bit of contact there, but they get through. No safety car just yet. And Isu also getting involved there. Smash making up positions. Second Ferrari now going side by side with him. Further back is McLaren of Joey.
Joey down the inside with a dive and a half.
Wow, yeah. This is just Joey, isn't it? A lot of pressing. It's not that Harry B making a move now on Scott Bugner into Lesmo Owens. Another yellow flag there. That's one of the Hasses. George having an absolute nightmare start as they all go side by side and try and force their way through. Hans Carter making up a few places off the start as well. But a real nightmare start for the Haas. They've had a 2-3 on the grid, and now we're running in P7 and 17 in George. It does look like we'll have some big damage side by side between Cometa Lucas and the Williams of Joey is round and into the gravel. He had such a good start, but he's lost so many places and he retires from the session. Ooh. Leaves the session in pure anger. He's not going to be happy with Cometa Lucas there. No safety car deployed because he crashed retire. Meanwhile, out front though, Santeri has absolutely bolted and is 1.6 clear now.
Hang on. Is that something that's sick? Foxy is slow, it seems. It's a bit of a glitch now. So that's
George stayed out with damage. He's waiting for a safety car. Oh, we'll have to wait and see. Sorry, on that one. They are all battling further back though. There's time screeners all over the place. We've got Scott Bugner, Foxy, KJ and the Blaze all in the pit. This is very confusing. Balliner and now Foxy going side by side. Balliner squeezed onto the grass. He gets away with it. Lock up there for the Mercedes who cuts the corner is the teammate. He's going to get involved. They go round the outside all over the road here.
And look,
just about making it through.
Really chaotic, to be honest. There's a Balliner at the racing point. And Balliner is passed, and Lewis is messed up there, so the exit, so Balliner's past him too.
Yeah, the Mercedes I'm on the great side. Lewis is running a default setup. He's had a very good start to say. He very nearly ran for back at TL44S there, but time screen resets then, and we can, as much as the deltas are all broken,
Foxy Red
see
is
that
passes,
Santeric
well.
is leading. He is. And look at the gap between Foxy Red and oh, his contact there, and there's going to be a big spin. And that's Foxy Red asking for a little bit too much. Ishmael could only leave so much best there. I think I would have to give that one to the Alfa Romeo, but he'll probably say opposite, and I'd have to see the onboard to be 100% sure. So
got
much
past
action.
Ishmael.
Lewis retires. That was inevitable, unfortunately. But look at the gap between his Ballina and Kultan's cars. That's got to be in the region of 5 or 6 seconds now. There's KJ and Ballina, two titans going side by side through this corner. They were battling, I believe, for PSGL Tier 2 title, and in the end it was KJ getting out on top, or was it Ballina?
No, it was Ballina. Ballina didn't win the race, but he did win the title.
But Ballina's going to win that battle as well, so we'll see. That's the lead of the medium runners. There's still a yellow flag in Sector 1 there for the retired car of Lewis. What a crazy, crazy start. And they're still going at it further back. This is TL44S on the back of Ishmael, and George looking to try and recover some ground. He's staying out with that damage and did a lot of ground. There's going to be a safety car at some point. There's no way there's this much action in the early stages, and we don't get when KJ gets a penalty, which isn't good. Ishmael right at the back.
2.4 is passed.
Does Ishmael have damage?
And KJ have penalties, so not great for them.
Yeah. As the race finally starting to settle down and can resemble something of a league race. The crucial thing though is that the top 7 are seemingly all, well, of course the two Hasses were got on at the top. The top 7 are, oh, that's Scott Budner having the big monk. He's going to take Lucas out, no. Oh. He's going to take Carter out, no. And he lost that by himself there, I'm pretty sure. So many mistakes from these extremely talented drivers.
I think Ghosting might have saved him though.
Yeah.
At least he can get back going.
Yep. He just, tricky traction zone, tough to work out. Thankfully he didn't take anyone out, but then there were 6 in this league group. Amazingly, 15 cars still running this race. And the 2 cars that retired both did so on purpose. Terry is the leader though, 1.3 ahead of MNT Smashes. Solid race so far, Deso. Also the DRS, and then Smash gets a penalty. That's going to really cost him in the late stages of this race. You could say they're in the DRS in the front 6. They're all running sort of a second away from each other, but only 2 of them actually have the DRS. Carter, as we said, has driven a very good race up from P12 to P6. We'll fancy his chances of making up more ground. Harry B also in a solid position. Deso F1 has got no DRS left at all. So definitely not good for him. As things sort of settle down. And there are 2, I guess you call them pelotons or trains here really forming. One of them is led by Ballina, who's starting to get away from Elton. And it's all the way back down to Foxy Red really in this next one. The 2 Renaults not having a good race. That's Les making yet another mistake. What lap do you think we're going to start to see these people in then?
Soft runners. Oh, and that's Ballina!
Oh, he's a Ballina!
Yeah,
wow.
He's had damage.
Yeah, big damage. You take your eyes off for 2 seconds and Ballina's out.
How's it?
Did he keep that? Well, somehow he's kept his wheel, and if he gets into the pits and doesn't spend any more, he'll stay on the lead lap. But VLT Ballina, one of the best drivers on F1 PS4, is making mistakes. I don't know what's going on today, but there's been so many of them that's really hurt his strategy on the mediums. Although I doubt.
But look, is it? Oh, Harry is in the gravel.
Harry off? Did Harry? Maybe Harry made contact. Really tough to say. He's actually going to stay ahead of Elton quite comfortably, even current teammate who out pits on the mediums, so he has damage, doesn't he?
Must be.
Yeah. And somehow Lucas, who was near the back at the very start of this race, is back at P4. Although the teammates will definitely want to have a word with him. Ballina speeds in the pit lane and retires from the session. rush over him. Credit to KJ for sticking with it, he's got a French wing on, and he's going hard to the end. He's trying to score some points in this one. He should get out ahead of Renaults, although that might not be for certain. Indeed he does. And normal service can be resumed. There is anything such as normal in this race so far. Closest battle on track is going to be between Adiotti, Isu, and you have the Towery of Scott Buckner chasing him down. I think Scott's going to go for it here into a score. He doesn't even use the RS because Isu's not fighting it around the outside here. Easy as you like. Scott Buckner back up to P7 on the soft tyres there. Isu just wants to sit behind him now and later on when his tyres come towards him. To be fair, the fact that George has quite significant damage to his left-hand side ampler and is doing so well right-hand side, but he's doing a really, really good job in this race. He did qualify for 2, so you'd expect him to. But yeah. Terry holding that gap about 1.6 out front. SR just doesn't have the RS ready to get really with Smash, really. Even if I could go second, not quite. Smash just
maybe an exit.
Yeah, and actually Smash getting a bit of gravel there, so he's got to try and hold that. But he just has a little bit of a snap on the entrance to Lesmo 1 and that costs him it. He needs to get this absolutely perfect. Smash, all of the road, does he have it? He doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but take a flash and it says like DRS, like you can activate it, but I'm not sure.
Ah, well, he's using it. Harry's still going in. Lucas has a penalty as well, just noticed. Carter is doing a really, really solid job. But he must have got caught up in an incident with Harry D. Yes, he was well with those front runners as well. This race, I don't want to say it needs a safety car at this point, but it could really die down into a very dull race quite quickly with how spread out this field already is. Dessa still doesn't have the ERS though. All the DRS isn't. And I'm pretty sure Lucas is going to want to have a little look at him soon. Second train, Isu's still being towed along by Scott and George, happily along with them. TL44S is doing what he can to get back with them. I struggled to do that before the first pit stops and seeing the difference back. So the people who can actually make it to the end, Eltink is the first of those, and he he's not really a factor in this race. He's on those hard tyres, beginning 4. He must have had damage, which he did. He's going to go for him here actually. Oh, that was a little bit risky there from Kai, moving very late, and actually it might have hurt him in the long run because now Ishmael's going to get a better exit on those better tyres.
No, not quite.
Got the pad down a little bit too.
Yeah, Blaze is also there.
Yeah, he definitely is. Not quite as close as Ishmael. Is he going to try maybe down the inside? That's a risky move into De La Rogia. Oh, a little lock up there just to be careful and gets away with it. .7 now the gap out front as Deso F1 is all over the back of M&T Smash out of nowhere. Smash must have made a mistake. And it's Ferrari 1-2, but up the inside all the 3 wide here. Contact to Deso's round. Kometa making more contact into turn 1. And that could give Carter a couple of positions. No, such a shame.
Not quite, but it's an opportunity.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of how 3 into 1 just doesn't go there. And Deso doesn't look like he's got damage, but I'm not mistaken. Lucas ends up to see Phoebes as well as Fox Red and TL44S are having a little battle. Towards De La Rogia, later on the brakes is TL44S and making the position comfortably later on the brakes there, so a little bit embarrassing for boxing bit unless you decide to back out on purpose. All that though battling has just allowed Santeri to pull now 3.5 where he's controlling this race and the car behind him has a penalty.
Yes, all good for Santeri at the moment.
Yeah, battle still going on between Fox Red and TL44. God, They've just dropped back
Yes,
so much
the
on the
pits.
mediums. Into the pits then. Santeri and Smash and Cometa Lucas. Are any of them going to change their wings is the question. Santeri doesn't. Smash doesn't. And Lucas does not either, so that's just 3 strategic pit stops in at the end of lap 9. And they're going to try and get an undercut now on Desso and Coolhands Carter, who...
There's some racing here going on between me and Ismail. Oh, Ismail's like higher a while.
Sensible decision there from Ismail. I think Kai is a very quick driver, albeit on those hard tyres there's not. He's not going to be able to do too much with this race, but credit to him for not retiring. What can Ismail do then? Is he going to try on the inside?
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Just wait for the RS.
Is it? And the blades one.
I'm going to fight it. Is he ever? Make sure he leaves space. And he does. Ismail around the outside is going to be squeezed off, but Kai, very respectable driving, good driving there between the pair of them. Desto leads then, and Carter is in second. And I imagine we'll be in the pits at the end of this lap up, so you don't want to get too badly undercut by those who pitted the previous lap. Carter's done really well, given a bit of stick before this race, but he's done a really sensible drive so far. He's going to try and
the
race
pits,
Desto
so is Carter. Not harrying in as well.
Yeah, that makes
Sure,
sense.
but the damage is still doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he is. Will he change his way in the pits? We'll see now. Surely he has no choice. Foxy speeds in the pit there, and then that's to really hit his battle with T44S.
Santeri is out comfortably in the lead. Or on the net
George
lead.
will lose a little bit of time there. He's going to lose the position to Foxy, who doesn't have that 5 seconds. He's got the pace to make it back up. He knows he's now outside of the points, so Terry still leads the 3.6 from Smash. And yeah, Desso and Coolhands Carter lost a lot of time from that. They do have one lap pressure medium, so they're really going to try and make that worthwhile to the end of this race. And KJ is going to try down the inside of a Blaze. Tough one. Maybe on the switchback. Oh, that's Ishmael in the grass.
Oh,
He's going to lose position to his teammate as well.
not quite, maybe just battling into.
Yeah, I just noticed that Ishmael does have some quite sizable damage, so he needs to be.
Oh!
Contact, and that's going to take out Kai as well. Cutting the chicane goes Kai, making 2 positions goes Ablaze. He might get a penalty. By Ishmael, that was really unfortunate stuff.
Oh no, I think Ishmael was just.
Was it just Ishmael that left himself? Honestly, I can't remember what's happening. I'm not very awake at the moment.
I think Ishmael actually had the speed. I think it might have been just a Blaze that tapped the back of Ishmael and well tapped into Guy.
Yeah.
So TL44S in the pits.
I see now leads Cometa playing the fastest lap of the race in P4. He's on these mediums, so we'll hold this out a little bit longer because I want to go to a set of softs for blasted. Everyone now except from Kai on the medium tyres, or varying edges.
Well, the only person who is on a traditional medium soft would be Isu.
Yeah, because everyone else has been caught up in incidents. Still, 14 cars running in this one, still some decent battles on track. The battle for the lead at the moment is non-existent. Santeri is flying away. Of course, Kai just lead the rest, but still needs to make a nice quick stop. What can Lucas now do? Is he going to try and go to the inside here?
Oh, an easy one.
Yeah, not really fighted by Smash. They'll just try and stick in the DRS now. Essel's dropped a long way back. Carter's got to get a move on here. As SS Racing a penalty for George, which is going to really hurt his chance of points in the track on here. I'd still fancy him to get some more penalties for Ishmael. Not how nice and early is Carter, and surely he's going to get this position now. So, is there anything too crazy? And swap position, that's P4, then one Dicey's pits for Coolhands Carter. And a very strong recovery drive so far, and you can now set after a podium, which you definitely do because 2 cars ahead have penalties.
George is
getting past. Did he get second here as well?
Nice.
He's going to try it. Fox is going to defend. On the outside, later on the brakes, makes the corner, does he?
Oh.
Not quite. He's going to be squeezed off. Doesn't get a penalty for it, but surely he's got to hand the position back.
Well, he has done it technically, so...
Yeah, side by side. There's no way either of them are backing out of this one. George is going to have to. Is he going to now send it? Yeah, oh, it's tense, and he's going to hit the back of Foxy, but we've got just about get away with it. B9 then still with Foxy, B10 now for George, who, if he can get ahead, knows he can pull away, and then start to really score some more decent points today. Well, Bugner now with 3 seconds.
Stop about 2 seconds there, so I'll type in and just quick show of penalties.
Icy's going to get overtaken by Santeri. Wow, that shows the absolute pace that Santeri has at the moment, that he can catch Icy by nearly 3 seconds in just a couple of laps and then go on to breeze past him. And Williams will now just hope he can somehow stay with Ferrari and maybe make a few positions on the overcut, which he'll be aiming for. He's going to help in between Scott Bugner and VLT George, who this time is going to get past Foxy, I'm pretty sure.
No, that Foxy in 10.4 is also battling, so that might help George just get away and on to try get Scott Bugner.
Yeah. Maybe ahead of Scott as where I also want to come out, but he's going to need to show some very good pace for this one to happen. She's more than capable of doing. Cotter still leads Dessa. That's Cotter doesn't lead. Cotter's still ahead of Dessa here. Although, credit to the Ferrari driver, he stayed in the DRS very nicely. Harry B looking to get involved in this battle. We predicted that safety cars, or I predicted safety cars would happen. I don't know where that's going to unfold in this race. The outside, here goes Harry. And Dessa can just do nothing, use the DRS up too quickly. And Harry moves up to 1.5. It's two side by side there for Scott Bugner.
Unfortunately, he's passed.
Scott's going to try and get George here as well then.
He's got such overspeed.
Ooh, wow, look at that.
That is...
contact, is there? Big contact, yeah. But thankfully they're both going to make the corner. George, as well as that Izu making his... It is! Izu's had a moment. And he's lost a lot of positions. He was going so well for him, but he's definitely not going to be overcutting anywhere near as many as he would have wanted now. Drops to P6 already. And just ahead of this stuff, and he'll probably win the pits this for the next anyway. I see. The thing is, with George and Scott and Foxy battling so hard. Oh, off the road goes VLT George. Was barred someone on the inside there, whether he didn't leave enough space or the person wasn't making the corner. That's just inside the man who was on his front row of the grids and was taken out at the start, spun at the start. Was doing a very good recovery. Now I've been taken out of this press and definitely struggled to score point here. I see losing the position out of Dessa. The migrating host, so KJ had left. I mean, he wasn't in a particularly interesting race anyway, but he'll try and help his icons score some points. Meanwhile, Carter has really caught the back of Smash quickly.
Yeah, he's not doing a bad job here. I don't think the win would be possible, but P2 is most certainly within range.
Side by side, that's Foxy and Scott having more moments. They're providing some outside. That's out of the race. Goes Cometa Lucas.
That can cause something.
Secondly, a safety car. Click retire? I think he might have clicked retire.
That's odd. I think there would be a safety car. Watch with the AlphaTauri. Oh, it's just gone right there.
That's a strange place to crash, although it is the exit of a very, very difficult corner, so maybe not so much. Blaze now retired from the session in the pit lane, and suddenly everyone's decided they no longer want to race in this one. And Terry 8 seconds the gap out front now. That is some going there from the Ferrari. Yes, drivers of this quality.
Sometimes just lapped by.
Carter still gaining on Smash. We'll have the DRS next time they come around. Harry well with them. It's quite a boring race now. Not too many battles on track, one of which has been going on for eternity. Scott Buckner and Foxy Rider finally. Oh, they're still not going to be finished. They make more contact through turn 1. Scott smashing to the Foxy smashing to Scott's side pod. They could go back at it now towards through Clever Grande.
He's been Alonso.
Hold it. Is he going to send it now? Needs to be careful on braking with the grass on his tyres. Big lock-up as you would expect. And touching the gravel on the exit to get away with it and have another go next time around. And now people's entertained, I'm pretty sure. 12 still running, although Kai is not in the session. I'm going to invite him just in case he's not here for whatever, in case he didn't mean to crash out. Obviously off the track, but we get another one for that one as well. ERT Isu, 3 seconds. He's got fresh salt actually. Now looking at that, but he's going to try and get back through this field and score some good points. It's his first penalty of the race. Everyone now, except from Tanteri, Carter, Harry and Dessa have penalties. Dessa doesn't have much ERS though still. Carter, I mean, he doesn't need to make the overtake on Smash, because Smash has that penalty, but if they want to, just to make sure. Scott maybe try something again on Fox. He's definitely going to try it contact through there. I mean, it's inevitable that these guys are going to have a monumental error crash at some point. It's not going to happen this lap, is it?
No, not this lap, although it's 2.4 would be.
Get this moving.
I don't know if he wants
to
happen or not, because
oh,
he could be caught up in this.
Be respectful, switch back, more contact. I mean, surely neither of them could have a front wing left with how much contact in there, and yet they both still seem to do. And that proves how powerful the DRS is. TL44 is going to try and get involved and do a triple overtake here, discount and well. Somehow they all get through cleanly. Scott ahead of Foxy ahead of TL44. Foxy maybe going to try this one up the inside into the final corner. Oh, big contact! And Foxy's round. He didn't see there was another car there, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't expecting TL to go for it, but he did. And that brings an end to that one rather swiftly. Foxy, I imagine, will either retire in the pit then or pit the new softs. It's breezing past the racing point goes Scott Bugner to reclaim that P6 that he sure is his this race. George has caught back up to these, wow. And that just shows how much they've been battling and how much pace George has had in reserve. He's still going to get P6 in the race, just on penalties at the moment. That's a move for second place, and Carter on the run down to Ascari, getting past Smash. That was a smashing move.
Oh, nice smash into the wall.
Manages to hold it though. Harry will be the next one to have a go at the Red Bull. That's if he doesn't want to have a go back on Carter, which you expect he will do. Gotta hope Carter and Harry get penalties done in this race, so he's still got to fight them with everything he's got. DRS up him, but there's no need for him to use his overtake here at the moment. With more than enough overspeed, is he going to dive it? It would have been a little bit silly, so he doesn't. He's into Parabolica again, it's going the same trio. TL down the inside of Scott, George down the inside of Scott, Scott getting down the outside of them both. Really, really good battling this. And they're going to be 3 wide running down the straight as George is going to try and get a pair of them here.
Is would be able to, but
no
Isaac's going to join them.
Christie won, Isu backs out of it to Scott, and Isu now around the outside. More contact there between Scott and TL, and a little bit of contact there between Scott and George as well. And Oh, there's not enough left for 3 cars through there. And I think the rest of the front is going to get
And
position
might
here.
pull a double move here, maybe.
Yeah, they're going to be nearly 4 abreast getting into there. Scott, George looking out very early from that one, and Isu, who used to make the positions, also only had 3 seconds. Was the biggest winner. He moved up to 8 and now has a clean run at these two who have been battling pretty much since the start. And I think, oh, they're on the brakes right, so they're a little bit too late and then he's smashing straight into that. Stop working. So we'll do something now around the outside of the L.
Well, smash it back past Carter. Yes.
Yeah, indeed he is. And Carter, sensible from him, which is really nice to see. Big lock up in CL there. Which is not really a place you want to be locking up into the final corner. It's not that heavy a braking zone. Scott's going to get position there. IC will fancy it and George is still waiting over the fence. Brakes latest. George in the background does, but CL brakes later than Scott, so again puts him under more pressure. Again, somehow they all make it through turn 1 cleanly, and this is IC then getting past TL. George can try around the outside of the rest of the front as well. Gotta leave him space there, and I think he's going to. Surely he has to back out.
Yeah, go move from George. I'll pass one of them.
He's going to send it back up the inside though, that's suicidal there. And again, just get away with it. That was a bit of a silly move from TL, I think, but we'll manage to stay in the DRS and save it for a little bit more ERS now as well. So that's crucial. I hope it wasn't watching the screen, but he has been, then we'll be doing the interviews and we don't have the words to say. I think he's been very, very clean today to his credit, as he does remove on MNT Smash. Hasn't really needed to do much defending, it's been a defensive drive. And really, no difference have I go on Smash there. He doesn't have a penalty Smash, that has 6 seconds. Unless he gets one and has to pull away from Harry and Dessa. They don't need him to do anything. Isu on the back of Scott. Is he gonna... Surely he's gonna try it. On the outside into 1. One more pull up that.
TL44 Assassin got good exit, so no, the train split up slightly. Nizu's still looking for a way past Bognar, but can't quite do it.
And you think George will still want to get the pair of these. The thing is, he'll get Bognar on penalties. So whether he can then get Isu on track with both for 3 seconds at the moment, TL has another 3 seconds taking his total as well, which effectively eliminates him from that battle. Penalties not something we've really spoken about all that much today, but a lot happen. Ooh, that's Foxy making a mistake, and
Carter and Smash,
Smash.
straight
Oh,
wide.
and that's Harry trying to get past Carter as well then. Carter breaks later. Smash breaks later. Oh, contact between Harry and Smash. Might be a little bit of damage there for Harry. But he gets away with it. Carter and Harry both make a position smashed out from P2 to P4 instead of
George trying to get past Isu. Couldn't do it there, but maybe in a slipstream might be on the right pass. We're into gaining. It's past 1. Might be past 2.
Is he going to risk it? Scott don't move across 3 wide into turn 1.
Oh.
Around the outside goes George. Excellent driving there from the Lebanese man. And yeah, next position perfectly well. P6 for him, although based on how this battle's been progressing for the rest of this race, I'm not going to remain in P6 for long. Scott thinking about it back at the inside, but can't quite go for it. It's a better exit though than George. Can't try anything there. He's actually got ISO around his outside, breaks a lot later there. TL will be looking to get involved in this one as well. Oh, contact Scott's in the wall! Oof, did he get away without damage?
No, he got damage.
Dental Scott Bugman. Which reminds me, thank you Alex Bomberg for joining this. Only 3 laps left, this race has actually kind of flown by.
Yeah, Bonzo, he's the quickest race of the season.
Yeah. My bad. They're still battling. I mean, there is that battle now for P2, which we need to keep an eye on. Which is a good point for attention if they're interested. And then the battle between George and Odyssey for P6, which is 2 points. Desso's had a pretty quiet race. Santeri has had a not quite race effectively anyone. Barely noticed him driving, but that's because he's driven so well. 10.4 clear in the lead of this race and just needs to finish the final 2 laps without incident and then he's in the next position. Scott pits then for a new wing. He
go past his lap.
Yeah, that's all he can do at this point. He's not going to get ahead of Ishmael. Because Ishmael, if he just finishes his final couple of laps, he's going to score some good points. A point, not good points, but that's still a good result for the Roman driver. It looks like Icy and George's battle has calmed down a little bit more, but who won't calm down though is Arthur and Harry. So Lucas Leeds crashed out of the tyre, we're not too sure what happened to him earlier on. Oh, still running, but he's a lap down with this next car. There could be a chance Scott can get back into the 3 seconds of Ishmael and Robin at that point. Harry then. Where does he make this move on carpet? Does he go for it on the final lap down the main straight? Does he wait even less or above than earlier? What do you think?
He has the ERS. That is the key. Who knows? If he can get moved on, he can bolt away as well.
He can, but Carter is not an easy car to pass, so this will be interesting.
So are you gaining Carter here? Whether he will find a way past is the other thing. So Citroen a little bit, and now the DRS is on, and he's not even having to use his overtake, so he's going to probably get past, smash in pits, he's going to cross his lap.
Carter doesn't really fight it though, so good stuff, and he'll have another chance to get back then. And I just realised that I need to go literally as soon as this race ends, so I'm going to leave you to do the interviews by yourself, sorry about that.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
Can Carter maybe have a little go on Harry?
No, it wouldn't really be worth it.
The inside maybe? Wouldn't be a sensible position. Carter will still have a go at him. Harry's got 87% ERS though. Storming drive, he's done save that much ERS. Does he have any warnings? Because if he doesn't, then there's literally a definition. He has 1 warning. That's must be frustrating for him. So the night had the perfect clean drive. But the cool hands of Cool Hands Carter will still fancy that final little go.
Oh no!
Carter gets a penalty. We're going to commentator's curse. That could drop him outside of the podium altogether and put Desso.
It's not working so fast as that, and I believe he will get within the gap of Ishmael.
He will, as Foxy and Ishmael go side by side, and Foxy... Ishmael's off, and that's poor driving from Foxy. And, well, if there was ever a question of whether Ishmael was going to get caught by Scott, there's your answer. In overtake, and Scott will get an extra point from Foxy's penalty as well.
A dominant drive. Harry now, yeah. They survived the last of the attacks from Carter.
Yeah, Harry might have got a little bit of DMS. Edges, car, which is a little bit different. There's nothing Carter can do about this when you think about it.
Well,
Mash for another 3 seconds, going back to his position.
Scott Button, oh! There's some people off. Scott Button goes out.
Got crashed.
Ishmael's going to get points now.
Foxy's made contact with him. So Ishmael is going to score points, he's got 2. Really good stuff from him. Yeah, I guess Foxy and Scott made contact, which is good. I think the smash pitted the fastest lap.
Well, Santeri now. In the front corner. And from pole, right, 4 chance to a win by almost 10 seconds. It is Ricky Santeri who wins in Tier 1 at Monza. Harry B now.
Excellent.
So take it very well on P2. Again, past Hartley with a few laps to go. There's P3 for now, but that'll be taken by Deso. And then your MT Smash should be none of later in P5 after boxing for softs to try and get fastest lap.
I'm gonna have to go, so sorry about that one, but
It's no problem. And George from Port, well, from was expecting from a front row start. He sometimes got P6 even after a bit of a clean race. Well, Isaac takes off him now. 4. Penalties. Here's more down to P9, actually at P10. Oh, there we go. And yeah. So Friday with a win and P3 Monza, so a double podium. A very good result for them at the Hong Kong Grand Prix. As you see, the podium celebrations from advancing results, and hopefully we get some interviews. So, Santeri takes a dominant win, followed by Harry in P2, then Dessing in P3, Harry P4, Spanish P5, Isaac P6, and George P7, Except 44 P8, Ismail P9, Fox P10, Bognar did crash out, and then the guy hunting was lapped. Lucas on 13th, Dessel, or well, no, I believe in 14th DNF, along with Balnor, Lewis, and Zoe. Just see if any of them have come to interviews. Doesn't seem like they will enjoy. So I think that's all we have here. So next week for Singapore, as you see, Tier 3, Tier 2 and Tier 1 racing. So yeah. So thank you all for watching and see you next week.